liberated from the invaders. I sincerely believe and wish that the fruitful cooperation and relationship between Kuwait and India will continue to grow for the benefit of nationals of both countries. I wish good health and prosperity to all our guests, NAFO members, and their children who are participating in the event. Thank you very much, and I wish you to have a nice evening today, celebrating our Kuwait's National Day and Liberation Day.
Thank you, sir. That was very informational. I would like to request NAFO President, Mr. Rajeev Menon, to deliver the presidential address.
Good evening. Am I audible to everybody? Okay, good. Good evening, everybody. Actually, there were a lot of facts and figures which has been told by Mr. Vijay, my General Secretary. So I'm going to use this opportunity or steal this opportunity to congratulate my young dynamic executive committee, because that team has been very, very dynamic and has kept me on my toes. I took up the presidentship in the month of January, and in January 26th, our first program with a big bang, the ladies wing had started. And now it's 1 month and we have already finished 3 programs, 3 events, and each one better than the other. So I really like to congratulate my EC team, who has been very enthusiastic, along with the ladies wing. They have been doing a lot of things. And in the forthcoming months also, we have the cultural competitions for the children's coming on March. Then we have the farewell of the 12th standard children, the Young Achievers Award, all these things coming in the month of March. So a lot of activities are going on in NAFO. And I really like to congratulate each one of them for this wonderful event and wonderful activities which they are doing. And as far as today's program is concerned, it was just a, what do you call, I would say it is just a idea which was floated, and within no time, this program was molded, shaped. I really like to thank Mr. Vijay Nair, who has been a part and very integral part of inviting Mr. Mazen into the function and making this function more glamorous, and our special guest. And we have so many other special dignitaries who have been giving their messages also today. I like to thank everybody for this. And as far as today's event is concerned about the National Day and Liberation Day, many of us have been in Kuwait for so long. As like Bhavna said, she was born and brought up in Kuwait. Most of us are a part of Kuwait in one way or the other. And most of our, more than half of our life has been in Kuwait. And this National Day and Liberation Day is actually one of the best days for all of us. It's a festive mood, and our beautiful Kuwait is decorated like a beautiful bride with lights and flowers and beautiful climate. And if I know, the best place where the expats would go is to the Ahmadi to see the lights on the Liberation Day. So everybody is in a festive mood, but unfortunately, because of this pandemic, we are all restricted between the 4 walls. We are all stuck here. Our physical movements are restricted, but our spirits are still high. And so we decided, okay, if it's at home, it's all right, but we'll still continue to celebrate, even if it's virtually. So that's why we thought we will do this, so that we will not let this pandemic hold us down. We can fight it out. We will get the Kuwait government support, and we will support the Kuwait government too in the endeavor to fight this pandemic together. So without further ado, I just would like to once again welcome Mr. Mazen, Mr. Rashed, all and for gracing this great occasion, and wishing everybody a beautiful National and Liberation Day holidays. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. We now have a message of His Excellency Indian Ambassador to Kuwait, Mr. Sibi George.
നാഷണൽ ഫോറം കുവൈറ്റ് ഇന്ന് കുവൈറ്റിൻ്റെ ദേശീയ ദിനവും വിമോചന ദിനവും ആഘോഷിക്കുകയാണല്ലോ. ആദ്യമായിട്ട് നാഷണൽ ഫോറം കുവൈറ്റിൻ്റെ ഭാരവാഹികൾക്കും അതിൻ്റെ മെമ്പേഴ്സിനും അതിൻ്റെ മെമ്പേഴ്സിൻ്റെ ഫാമിലികൾക്കും വളരെ അധികം ആശംസകൾ ഈ അവസരത്തിൽ ഞാൻ നേരുകയാണ്. കുവൈറ്റ് ഇന്ത്യ ബന്ധം വളരെ ചരിത്രപരമായ ബന്ധമാണ്. അതിന് പല ഭാഗങ്ങളായിട്ടുള്ള ബന്ധം, അതായത് പൊളിറ്റിക്കൽ, ഇക്കണോമിക്, പീപ്പിൾ ടു പീപ്പിൾ ബന്ധം. നമ്മളുടെ ഏതാണ്ട് 10 ലക്ഷത്തോളം ആൾക്കാർ ഇവിടെ വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുകയും പഠിക്കുകയും അങ്ങനെ ഈ രാജ്യത്തിൻ്റെ ഭാഗമായിട്ട് വളരെ വർഷങ്ങളായിട്ട് ജീവിക്കുകയാണ്. നല്ലൊരു ബന്ധമാണ് നമ്മുടെ രണ്ട് രാജ്യങ്ങളിലും തമ്മിലുള്ളത്. ആ ബന്ധത്തെ ഓർക്കുവാനും അതിനുവേണ്ടി അത് വളർത്തിക്കൊണ്ടുവരുവാൻ പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്നവരെ അനുമോദിക്കുവാനും അവർക്ക് നന്ദി പറയുവാനുമുള്ള ഒരവസരം കൂടിയാണ് ഈ ദേശീയ ദിനാഘോഷവും വിമോചന ദിനാഘോഷവും. അപ്പോൾ ആ അവസരത്തിൽ നാഷണൽ ഫോറം കുവൈറ്റ് സംഘടിപ്പിക്കുന്ന ഈ സെലിബ്രേഷന് ഞാൻ എല്ലാവിധ ഭാവുകങ്ങളും നേരുകയാണ്. ഇത് നമ്മളെ സംബന്ധിച്ചിടത്തോളം വളരെ പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട ഒരു ആനിവേഴ്സറി കൂടിയാണ്. ഇന്ത്യയും കുവൈറ്റും തമ്മിലുള്ള അവരുടെ ഡിപ്ലോമാറ്റിക് റിലേഷൻസ് തുടങ്ങിയിട്ട് ഈ വർഷം 60 വർഷം തികയുകയാണ്. അതായത് കുവൈറ്റ് ഒരു രാജ്യമായിട്ട് സ്വതന്ത്ര രാജ്യമായി മാറിയ സമയത്ത് തന്നെ ഇന്ത്യ ആ രാജ്യത്തെ റെക്കഗ്നൈസ് ചെയ്യുകയും അവരുമായിട്ട് ഡിപ്ലോമാറ്റിക് റിലേഷൻഷിപ്പ് ഉണ്ടാക്കുകയും ചെയ്തു എന്നുള്ളത് വളരെ പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട ഒരു കാര്യമാണ്. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട ഒരു ആനിവേഴ്സറിയാണ് നമ്മുടെ സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യം, ഇന്ത്യ സ്വതന്ത്രമായതിൻ്റെ 75ാം വാർഷികം. ഇങ്ങനെ പല വാർഷികങ്ങൾ ആഘോഷിക്കുന്ന വളരെ പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട ഒരു വർഷം ആണ് ഇത്. ദൗർഭാഗ്യവശാൽ നമുക്ക് കോവിഡ് കാരണം അത് വലിയ സെലിബ്രേഷനായിട്ട് ചെയ്യുവാനായിട്ട് സാധിക്കുകയില്ല. എങ്കിലും നാഷണൽ ഫോറം കുവൈറ്റ് പോലെയുള്ള അസോസിയേഷൻസ് ഇത് പല പരിപാടികൾ നടത്തി ഇത് സെലിബ്രേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നതിൽ എനിക്ക് വളരെ സന്തോഷമുണ്ട്. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ നാഷണൽ ഫോറം കുവൈറ്റ് അതിൻ്റെ 2004 രൂപീകൃതമായ ഇതിന് ശേഷം പല വിധത്തിലുള്ള ജീവകാരുണ്യ പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങൾ ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ട് നമ്മളുടെ സമൂഹത്തിന് വളരെയധികം ഉപകാരമുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങൾ ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്നുവെന്ന് ഞാൻ മനസ്സിലാക്കുന്നു. അവർക്ക് തുടർന്നും അവരുടെ ഈ പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങൾ, വെൽഫെയർ ആക്ടിവിറ്റീസ് നടത്തിക്കൊണ്ട് പോകുവാൻ സാധിക്കട്ടെ. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഒത്തിരി ആൾക്കാർക്ക് ഉപകാരമുണ്ടാകും എന്നെനിക്ക് ഉറച്ച വിശ്വാസമുണ്ട്. ഒരിക്കൽ കൂടി ഈ ചടങ്ങിൽ പങ്കെടുക്കുന്ന എല്ലാവർക്കും ദേശീയ ദിനത്തിൻ്റെയും വിമോചന ദിനത്തിൻ്റെയും ആശംസകൾ അർപ്പിക്കുന്നു. അതുപോലെ എല്ലാവർക്കും എല്ലാവിധ ഭാവുകങ്ങളും നേരുന്നു. താങ്ക് യു.
Thank you, sir, for the message. Dear all, we have amongst us the Director of Asian, African and Australian Media Department of the Ministry of Information of the State of Kuwait, Mr. Mazen Al Anzari, to share his insights, inputs, and experience with us. Mr. Mazen began his dream career since 1983 as Commercial Research Officer with Kuwait Airways Corporation, after which he moved to California as a Finance and Insurance Manager to Wall-Street Automotive Company for a brief period. Mr. Ansari, the English news anchor and reporter of MOI, has conducted several interviews of dignified personalities on behalf of the ministry. Today, we are glad to have an opportunity to interview this esteemed personality. Let us know more about him through the interview. I would like to invite Mr. Anish Nair, our Secretary General, to address our chief guest, Mr. Mazen Al Anzari.
Thank you so much, Bhavna. As Kuwait is celebrating its 60th National Day and 30th Liberation Day, NAFO Kuwait extends warm greetings and best wishes for the continued good health and well-being of His Highness the Emir Sheikh Nawaf Al Ahmad Al Jaber Al Sabah, His Highness the Crown Prince Sheikh Mishal Al Ahmad Al Jaber Al Sabah, His Highness the Prime Minister Sheikh Sabah Al Khalid Al Sabah, to the government and to the friendly people of the state of Kuwait. Special greetings to you, Mr. Mazen Al Anzari, on this momentous occasion of Kuwait's National Day and Liberation Day. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you.
Kuwait and India has an enduring bond of friendship that are rooted in history and to have withstood the currents of time. Through the centuries of trade ties and over 7 decades of diplomatic relationship between the two countries, and the relationship has gone from strength to strength, furthering, enhancing the people-to-people relationships. The presence of nearly 1 million Indians in Kuwait and thousands of Kuwaitis who make regular trips to India make business, education, tourism, and healthcare needs attest to the ongoing strong ties between people of the two friendly countries. India last year celebrated its 73rd Independence Day and recently celebrated its 71st Republic Day since its formation of its constitution. Likewise, Kuwait is celebrating its 60th National Day and 30th Liberation Day. Please explain us, Mr. Mazen, the significance of National Day celebrations and how is it celebrated each Kuwaiti homes?
Mr. Anish, thank you very much for the question and for the introduction. First and foremost, I would like to extend a word of gratitude before I answer your question to His Excellency, Mr. Sibi George, the Ambassador of India to the State of Kuwait, for the outstanding job he is doing in sharing his kind words with the rest of our society, in extending his greetings and well wishes to the people of Kuwait on the advent of the National Day and Liberation Day anniversaries. The ambassador has been very busy the last few days, personally extending his kind sentiments to the leadership and people of Kuwait through official visits to our leadership, as well as through voice messages broadcast on interviews on television, radio, and of course, social media channels. Thank you, Mr. Ambassador. Your efforts and messages have touched our hearts, and they are very much appreciated. Also, another word of gratitude is also extended to NAFO, the National Forum Kuwait, and its leadership, President Mr. Rajeev Menon, Secretary General Mr. Vijay Kumar, and yourself, Mr. Anish.
Thank you, sir.
NAFO, of course, is a voluntary association. It has successfully instilled itself into the Kuwaiti society because it shares a similar philosophy with the people of Kuwait, which is simply put the importance of culture and tradition above all to our way of life, while also embracing the benefits of technology and scientific advancements in a sustainable, environmentally friendly and peaceful manner. Thank you, NAFO members and the Indian community in Kuwait for this kind gesture and for your noble sentiments of sharing with us the festivities during our very important National and Liberation Day anniversaries. Now, Mr. Anish, to your question.
Yes, my question
start
was
by saying that. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, my question was how. Yeah, go ahead, sir. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah, the National Day celebration in Kuwait signifies the day Kuwait became an independent nation. This is celebrated on February 25th, thankfully. I say thankfully because the official date of independence was on the 19th of June, in the middle of the summer heat of Kuwait, which you all know is unbearable, you know, with temperatures reaching 50 degrees Celsius and above. So it wouldn't be comfortable for people to celebrate on this day, especially with what has become a customary way of celebrating each year, such as the fireworks, the street parades with streets decorated with Kuwaiti flags, and the Kuwaiti flag colors, photos of our leaders of our Amir and Crown Prince, people decorating themselves, their bodies, their faces, their clothes with colors and flags of the country. Of course, there are also family visits, lunches, dinners, and gatherings. So because of the summer heat, the date for the National Day was moved from the original June 19 to the current February 25th, the day our former Emir, His Highness Sheikh Abdullah Salam al-Sabah, may his soul rest in peace, came into power back in 1950. His Highness Sheikh Abdullah Salam al-Sabah ruled the country then. He played a big role in achieving Kuwait's independence. The 25th of February is also near the end of winter season, when temperatures are cool and forgiving, making it a more comfortable day to celebrate. It also conveniently falls very close to Liberation Day, which is February 26th today, back in 1991. So it only makes sense to have those, to celebrate those 2 days together. Now, with that said, this year's celebration, however, will be much more subdued than the normal, as you said, due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The government has had to enforce precautionary measures to limit the way we celebrate in an effort to combat the spread of this highly contagious virus. COVID-19 and the mutating variants of the virus that keep popping out in different countries from time to time have impacted the entire world one way or another. We will greatly curtail the way we celebrate this year, but it will definitely not affect the way we cherish and respect those two important days. From my personal experience, I have helped my son and daughter, son Badr and daughter Sarah, create their National Day projects for their school. This is something that is, in my opinion, highly commendable by the schools, as they are instilling the patriotic spirit in the youngsters, the future of Kuwait, something that we definitely need at this time.
Great, sir. We equally enjoy the National Day and the Liberation Day gatherings. I do remember when I drive down during this time from the Gulf Road, and the beautiful lightings always encourages us to be a part and be enjoyable during this time. And I'm sure Badr and Sarah do do a good project, and they will be really proud children of Kuwait, and I'm sure about that. Going to my next question, Mr. Mazen, journey of Kuwait from a small fishing village of 17th century to an ultra-modern state in the Arabian Gulf. What are the key contributors in the success of Kuwait? If you can just help us understand a little more better.
Thank you. The answer to this question is clear in the eyes of all Kuwaitis. It is simply the hard work, the dedication, and loyalty to the homeland by the Kuwaiti people, and of course, the visionary mindset of the Kuwaiti leadership, the Al Sabah family, that we have been blessed to have over the years. I say visionary because no one could have predicted back in the early 1960s that Kuwait will become such a thriving democracy. It is under the rule of Sheikh Abdullah Salam al-Sabah when the Kuwaiti constitution was drafted in the early 1960s, giving every Kuwaiti man then and now a say on how the country is run. We have a say in this. We can vote for people. Of course, women in turn gained their political rights, including the right to vote and to run for a seat in parliament. through a National Assembly vote conducted in, I believe it was May of 2005. With the Constitution, Kuwait has formed a solid foundation for its people to build their future from, an infrastructure, you could say, that is based on justice for all, as well as freedom and equality as the pillars of society, the Kuwaiti society. Let's not also forget, I mean, the discovery of oil obviously also helped. The wealth created by oil helped in accelerating Kuwait's development and success. But Kuwait was and will always be blessed by the mindset of its people and its leadership, a mindset that promotes peace, generosity, compassion, hospitality, good neighborly relations, and above all, a rich cultural identity and traditions, something that India is also very proud of.
We totally appreciate your good words on that, and we totally recognize the greatness of the leadership of the state of Kuwait. People are loving. The government takes care of the entire development. So you rightly said, although oil has played a role, but the dynamic leadership has made the difference. The loving, caring people of Kuwait have really made the difference for this prosperity. May God bless Kuwait. I've wanted to really look at a little more about, if you look at it, what are the future plans of Kuwait in the field of education, healthcare, and probably manufacturing sector? What thoughts are there, towards these sectors?
Yes, education. Education, in my opinion, one of the most important pillars in any nation. Without education, a nation can go nowhere. This is another important element that our visionary leaders did not neglect. Education always came first. Kuwait has invested heavily, enormously on education. Free education is guaranteed to all Kuwaiti nationals through our constitution and through, of course, the public schools. Furthermore, excelling students have a choice when they graduate from high school. They can stay in Kuwait and attend one of the local universities, or if their grades qualify, can choose to attend an accredited university of their choice in one of several countries around the world. My son currently is attending a university in Waco, Texas, in the United States. He's sponsored by the Kuwaiti government. He had a very high percentile in his high school, and he qualified for a business degree, a merit business degree. And this is, I can't speak highly enough of how proud we are of how the government is running the show here in Kuwait. I mean, you know how much that would cost to put a student in one of the top schools in it's Baylor University in Waco, Texas. So I'm very happy and grateful to our government for this. The future plan for Kuwait, drawn out in the Future Vision 2035, is to continue in this path, while at the same time tailoring education, customizing it to become a catalyst to economic diversification to serve the long-term interests of the country. We all know that oil is a finite commodity. One day, oil will end. The Kuwait must learn to diversify and find alternative sources of income. This mindset will be spearheaded by educational reforms tailored towards achieving Kuwait's future needs and values. So I think the future is very promising.
Excellent. So as you said, the education is one of the most important pillars for a developing country. Kuwait has been doing very well on that sector, and the nationals are taking the best benefit and supported by the government. Now, Kuwait and India, let's talk about a little bit about that. Kuwait-India bilateral trade is over 10 billion US dollars annually, and sharing the diplomatic relationship since last 7 decades. Could you shed some light on that and how the relationship has been through all the while till now? And what are the future prospects?
You know, this is a question that I'm not a history buff, but I can speak to you from my own personal experiences. My uncle was a seafarer and a diver. This is, you know, he's passed away now, so may his soul rest in peace. But he spoke of the dhows that used to trade with India in commodities, in spices, and garments, and other commodities. This is back in the days before oil was discovered. You know, and this relationship has developed over the years to the level that it has reached today. Today, we have almost 1 million Indian nationals living harmoniously and happily in Kuwait. As Bhavana Menon mentioned, the presenter earlier, that she has lived all her life in Kuwait. I mean, such words make me happy. She is a happy person. She has lived harmoniously with her Kuwaiti friends. She speaks Kuwaiti Arabic. It makes me just really happy to hear this. And we want this relationship to continue to develop and to flourish. We have Indian nationals, doctors, engineers, you name it, specialists in the oil field. You know, I personally have been treated by dentists and ophthalmologists, you know, for my eyes, doctors from India. So, you know, all I have is praise for the Indian community and for their care. I mean, look at what you are doing today, organizing this seminar so that you are sharing our important days, the festivities of our important days. It's very much appreciated. You know, as far as history goes, I'm not a history buff, but I can say we are on the right path and we need to continue in this path.
Thank you so much for the lovely words about India. We take pride being in Kuwait, so do we enjoy India, and we relish every moment that we spend in Kuwait. Talking about India, something which is very synonymous, Bollywood. Bollywood is for dance and drama, which is the Hindi movie industry, whereas Hollywood is for fiction and action. Could you just let us know that what Kuwaiti families enjoy the most and why do they enjoy? It might be tricky, but then,
well, yeah, it is. This is a very diverse question. I mean, it depends on who you ask or whom you speak to. I'm not, unfortunately, I'm not much into movies, or especially not Bollywood. You know, I know a lot of news about Bollywood, but I'm more into sports. You know, I tend to watch more the cricket. I know it's one of your top sports, but I'm especially an athlete. My children are also as such. But, you know, the Kuwaiti family has changed over the years. And I'd like to be a little bit honest in answering this question. We, not only Kuwaitis, I think families from all over the world are being bombarded daily by social media and the negative uses of this tool. Television is also there and the endless number of channels. But social media, specifically, in my opinion, is having the biggest impact on our children. For me personally, in just the past 20 years, the changes to our everyday life have been scary and fast. My eldest son, who is now 21, the one I told you was attending Baylor University in Texas, was not as impacted by the social media explosion the last few years as is my 11-year-old, Badr, and 16-year-old Sarah. The two youngsters are almost always on their phone, on their smartphones. God help us, you know, I think you can all feel my pain. I actually really miss the old days. Social media has had the greatest impact on our kids in the past few years. It is a troublesome and sometimes uncertain future that I foresee. How can you control what your kids are being exposed to and bombarded with daily? You know, I'm sorry. I mean, I don't mean to sound negative, but this in fact is the reality of today. You know, what is impacting, what I see is impacting the Kuwaiti family in general. And what about computer games? Do you know what I'm talking about? Let's see if I can remember some of the names, the famous names: Fortnite, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare. You know,
Oh yes,
Minecraft,
you name it.
and others. You know, my 11-year-old is so addicted to the games that it is honestly scary. It scares me, the way he reacts when I tell him to stop, or when I enforce a rule of when he can play and when he can't. The addiction is so bad that I correlate it with you know, some of the bad habits like smoking and others. You know, social media is our future. Computer, the internet is our future. I see it as the future challenge of every family on earth. God help us all.
You're absolutely correct. This is getting like a menace in the youngsters. Well, social media is currently life for people. It's a breadwinner for many, but a nightmare for others. Having said that, thank you so much, Mr. Mazen, for your time. I really thoroughly enjoyed the interaction. And would you like to put in your concluding words to the members of the National Forum NAFO Kuwait so that we can conclude this interview and move forward with the next?
I'd like to thank for the forum. I'd like to express I'm honored to be part of this today. Mazen Al Anzari, coming from one of the smallest nations in the world, speaking to the Indian community, which is one of the largest nations and people in the world. You know, our message is peace and harmony, whether it comes from the smallest nation or from the biggest nation. We need to instill this in the hearts of all people of the world: peace and living harmoniously. Thank you very much. I'm honored to be with you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time, sir. Have a great evening and enjoy the show. Over to you, Bhavna. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sirs, Mr. Ansari and Mr. Anish Nair, for this thought-provoking exchange of conversation. We thoroughly enjoyed listening to you. The fireworks, the streets with the Kuwait flags, and the experience that you have shared with your family, the future plans, it's all, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to put once again the instructions. Kindly mute your mics to not interrupt the program. If there exists any questions or issues, please text on the chat box. Next, Ladies Wing of NAFO has always mesmerized us with their out-of-the-box ideas and activities. Today, they have arranged few exciting performances to make this event a special one. A cultural event becomes merrier when there is a dance performance. Even better when it is performed by cute little kids. We have Anaka Shaiju and Adwaita Unikrishnan with a dance on a popular song.
Kuwait is situated at the northern end of the Persian Gulf. The low-lying desert land is mainly sandy and barren. The name Kuwait is derived from the Arabic word Kut, meaning a fortress built near water. Kuwait is a constitutional monarchy governed by the Al Sabah family. On February 25th of every year, Kuwait celebrates its National Day to mark Sheikh Abdullah Al Salam Al Sabah's ascension to the throne in 1950, as well as his death in 1965 after 15 years of ruling. He is the first Emir of Kuwait. Sheikh Abdullah Al Salam Al Sabah is a highly regarded leader of Kuwait, and his significant contributions led this great country to achieve independence on June 19, 1961 from the British. During this ecstatic commemoration, we, the members of NAFO Kuwait, proudly presents a musical extravaganza for the prosperity of Kuwait and well-being to its people. God bless you all, stay safe and enjoy.
NAFO takes pleasure in listening to this young artist, Rohit S. Nair, a Kala Pratibha awardee who has achieved many accolades for singing. Rohit is highly trained in classical music. It is a treat to listen to him sing with spellbinding pictures of notes. Rohit started his singing career in films and shows at the age of 3 under various banners in Kuwait. I would like to remind you, NAFO awarded him 2020 prestigious NAFO Young Achievers Award for curricular and extracurricular activities. Truly NAFO's pride. We just heard Rohit performing his magic through his voice. Thank you, Rohit. "2020 was that year when many of us found out the creative minds in us. Some found out they could become much healthier, other ways to learn, new interests. Similarly, we at NAFO found out yet another power-packed performer in the family. Once again, let me show the same video of Advaita and Anaka Shaiji once again.
शुभारंभ हो शुभारंभ मंगल बेला आई सपनों की लहरी पे दिल की बाजी रे शहनाई 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 रास रचिलो साज सजिलो शुभ घड़ी छे अभी आछा आछा टमटमाता शमणाओ छे लावी लावी सपनों की लहरी पे दिल की बाजी रे शहनाई शहनाई साज सजिलो शुभ घड़ी छे अभी आछा आछा टमटमाता शमणाओ छे लावी लावी
Thank you, Anaka and Advaita. It was such a beautiful performance. We now have a message from Ms. Shaukal Mullah, foreign media researcher at the Asian, African and Australian Media Department of the Ministry of Information, State of Kuwait.
Hello everyone, my name is Shogun Mullah and I am a foreign media researcher here at the Ministry of Information. I'd like to start by thanking NAFO for giving me this opportunity to be part of the meeting they're conducting to enhance the Kuwaiti-Indo relationship and solidarity. Our relationship goes way back to pre-oil Kuwait. And of course, the geographic proximity and historic trade links, in addition to the cultural affinities and the large number of Indian nationals living in Kuwait, ensures and nurtures this long-standing relationship we have with India. And last but not least, I'd like to wish everyone a very happy National and Liberation Day. This marks Kuwait's 60th anniversary of independence and 30th anniversary of liberation from the Iraqi invasion. Once again, thank you for this opportunity, and I hope you have a blessed evening. Hello everyone, my name is Shogun Mullah.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, we have Advisory Board Member, Mr. Vijay Nair, addressing the gathering.
Thank you, Bhavana. Assembly the Ambassador of India to Kuwait, Mr. CB George, our Chief Guest of this evening, Mr. Mazen Al Anzari, my dearest Abu Ali, NAFO President, NAFO General Secretary, NAFO Office Bearers, Advisory Board members, Executive Committee, Ladies Wing, and my dear NAFO members. A very good evening to you all. As this year, our National Day falls amidst the pandemic COVID-19, we are not able to celebrate in our usual way and decided to celebrate virtually. Kuwait and India enjoys excellent friendship relationship since decades. Kuwait government as well as Kuwaiti nationals have got high respect on Indian community. And this is an opportunity for us to express our gratitude towards Kuwait, the country where we live as our second home, citizens of Kuwait and the rulers of the state. Greetings have always been a bridge between people to express love and gesture of cheerfulness. Kuwaitis as well as expatriates residing in Kuwait celebrate the National Day and Liberation Day with full joy and happiness. On this Independence Day, let us pray for the spirit of love to come upon us. Let us urge God to strengthen us with the togetherness that we need and pray for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to envision the country in an enhanced position of greatness. I once again wish everyone a very, very happy National Liberation Day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Kuwait has nurtured me to be a better individual. It has instilled in me the love for different cultures, language, people, food, and to have brighter dreams. It has definitely given me wings to fly and choose my destiny in this beautiful place. These will be the words of most of us who has felt Kuwait. May I now present to you a performance by Kalyani Suman and Bhavna Menon.
एक सपना बावरा मन देखने चला एक सपना बावरे से मन की देखो बावरी है बातें बावरी सी धड़कने हैं बावरी है सांसें बावरी सी करवटों से निंदिया दूर भागे बावरे से नैन चाहे बावरे झरोखों से बावरे नजारों को तकना बावरा मन देखने चला एक सपना
Thank you, Kalyani. That was as cute as you are. Let me take this moment to thank all of you present here for this evening. You have been great viewers. Thank you for encouraging us by your presence up till now. Kindly feel free to message on the chat box if you've enjoyed our cultural events till now, organized by the Ladies Wing. I once again show gratitude towards the team behind this celebration. Kuwait is our second home. It has given all of us love, care, lifestyle, friends who become family, and much more. I love Kuwait. This is the theme on which our talented little artists have expressed their adoration for this beautiful country. These are artworks presented by the children of NAFO. Thank you, NAFO kids. We take pride in you, dear. The much-awaited moment of the evening is here. A renowned Kuwaiti singer, the one who has blown every Indian heart's mind. It is a treat to listen to him sing with spellbound music sense. He has performed under several Indian associations in Kuwait. NAFO takes pleasure in inviting our special guest, Mr. Mubarak Al Rashed. Mr. Mubarak has received appreciation from Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi, tweeting on his page, and Srimati Sushma Swaraj from Ministry of External Affairs, India, for his beautiful rendition of the hymn Vaishnava Janato. He was also part of the Rising India 2020 Summit at New Delhi, wherein PM Modi ji addressed the gathering. He has had the opportunity to meet eminent stars of Bollywood, Dharmendra ji, Amitabh Bachchan, Shah Rukh Khan, Abhishek Bachchan, and many more. We can't wait to experience what Mr. Mubarak has got in store for us today. Sir, thank you for being here with us. I hope you enjoyed our cultural events.
Yeah, hi, how are you? Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Bhavna and everyone, Rajiv.
Good
I'm happy
evening,
to
Mr.
be with you.
Mubarak.
Yeah. I would like to, before that, I speak in Arabic. طبعا أهني حضرة صاحب السمو أمير البلاد الشيخ نواف الأحمد الجابر الصباح وسمو ولي العهد الأمين الشيخ مشعل الأحمد الجابر الصباح والحكومة الرشيدة والشعب الكويتي وكل المقيمين على هالأرض الطيبة مناسبة عيد الاستقلال، عيد الوطني وعيد التحرير. Yes, Bhavna.
So, did you enjoy our cultural events?
Yes, mashallah. I see many children, they performing and really it's make moment proud, you know, like they share their love with Kuwait, especially small child, like small girls and boys. That's amazing, really. And when I saw Rohit also, mashallah, he make a good job, mashallah. I meet him one time, I think. I meet his father also. So I wish for him all the best in the future because he making a good job, really.
Thank
Also
you, sir.
for you,
Thank you.
Bhavna, because you sing Ana Kuwaiti Ana.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. This is one of my favorite songs. I always sing
Nice.
on the Liberation National Day.
Nice.
Sir, we have always been in awe listening to you. How do you do this? From where did you get your guidance to learn music and the journey to try different languages, especially of India?
See, maybe I'm lucky to sing Hindi, Bollywood songs. Wallah. I feel like that I'm so lucky because, you know, relationship between our country and India from long time, from now. And I hope, inshallah, friendship between Kuwait and India, long, inshallah, long friendship. Before, you know, most of people, if they stay before a long time, they know on Kuwait TV, they post every Friday, 2 p.m. every Friday, they post movie for India actors like Raj Kapoor, Shami Kapoor, you know, and after Amitabh, Dharmender, Shatrughan Sinha, after, you know, this Sanjay Dutt, Anil Kapoor, Jackie Shroff, after Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan, Amir Khan, now Ranbir Kapoor, Ranveer Singh, Varun Devan, many actors from the beginning till now.
Absolutely.
Every generation they watch Hindi movie, Bollywood.
Right. So, who is your favorite Indian singer? Can you please sing 2 lines of them?
Yeah, favorite, I think most of friends, they know that Kishore Kumar. I like Kishore Kumar and Muhammad Rafi. Because I believe that, with my full respect to new songs, everything, but for me, my opinion, I believe that it's old is gold, always.
Absolutely.
Yeah. There's a new song, nice and lovely songs, but for me, I like old too much.
So can you please sing us one of Kishore Da or Rafi Saab songs?
Kishore Kumar, there is one song, I will choose the famous song.
Please.
From movie Mr. X in Mumbai, old movie.
Right.
मेरे महबूब कयामत होगी आज रुसवा तेरी गलियों में मोहब्बत होगी मेरी नजरें तो गिला करती है तेरे दिल को भी सनम तुझसे शिकायत होगी.
Wow. That's amazing,
like
sir. That's amazing.
Thank you,
I
Bhavna.
love them. It's so melodious. So
MashaAllah, your age, I think your age, not too much, yani, but you like all very good.
I do love, sir. So do you know any one of the Rafi Saab songs at least?
Yeah, Muhammad Rafi Sahab, I know many songs for him. There is 2 songs famous. I want to choose the famous song so people they know.
Yes.
गुलाबी आंखें जो तेरी देखी शराबी ये दिल हो गया संभालो मुझको ओ मेरे यारो संभलना मुश्किल हो गया.
Wonderful, sir.
Thank you,
So,
sir.
do you know any of the latest songs in Indian music?
Again, excuse me, I didn't.
Latest songs, some new songs of Atif Aslam or
Atif Aslam, yeah, many songs for Atif Aslam. I know. हो तेरे संग यारा खुश रंग बहारा मैं तेरा हूँ जानी जो तू कर दे इशारा हो करम खुदाया है मुझे तुमसे मिलाया है. I forget the lyrics. Nice song also.
it's all
And
right. So
Arjit
thank you
also,
so much. Yeah.
Arjit one song. चलो जी आज साफ साफ कहता हूँ इतनी सी बात है मुझे तुमसे प्यार है यूं भी नहीं मैं तुम पे जा देता हूँ इतनी सी बात है मुझे तुमसे प्यार है. So I remember the songs, many songs, but because the timing also.
Yes, no worries, sir. Since you're a celebrity who is so accustomed to stage, fans, lights, and cheering, do you miss the stage? How are you coping with the pandemic?
I want to say something because I want to use this moment. What people here in India, I mean, the people, they stay in India from long time. When I start singing till now, from 15 years, all my friends, the organizer of the programs, friends like Ishfaq Khan, Bersan D'Souza, Shabir, and I forget, Amit Malhotra, many friends, I'm sorry, yeah, Saud and Rehan. Saud and Rehan, the reason for me to sing. And in this one program in Kuwait, I make it open public, and many people they was there through Saud and Rehan, one of my friends, and my cousin also Abdullah. He too much support me. But I want to say that too much I found, too much love and respect from here culture from India. Too much, really. I can't say it. I can't even image that how they support me and respect me and give me too much love. I sing, it's not easy. You sing another culture, it's not easy. People accept you, but Alhamdulillah, people here, they accept me, accept my talent. So I'm glad for that. Thank you to everyone, really.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. That was amazing. And thank you, sir. You have been amazing. You're blown away as usual. We missed you being on stage though.
Yeah, well, I missed the
Thank you once
stage. I
again.
want to come again the stage and I sing for you. Pehla nasha, pehla kumar, naya pyar hai, naya intezar. कर लूं मैं क्या अपना हाल ए दिले पे करार मेरे दिले पे करार भावना तू ही बता.
Thank you once again, sir.
Thank you, Bhavna.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you to everyone. And I want to say that I want to end this interview with two lines from my Kuwaiti song, my national day songs. أنا كويتي أنا قول وفعل وعزومي قوية عزومي قوية أنا كويتي أنا عن موقفي تحت الجابرية وعاشت لنا الكويت وعاشوا أهلها واللي يحب الكويت يضحي لأجلها وعاشت لنا الكويت وعاشوا أهلها واللي يحب الكويت يضحي لأجلها. Thank you, Bhavna, again. Thanks to His Excellency and Mr. Mazen, and for you and all the stars I saw, boys and children, boys and girls, and mashallah for the star of the future, Rohit. And you, inshallah, will be one star of the host also.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
so
everyone.
much.
Thank you, and please stay safe. Stay at home. Don't forget your mask, your gloves, everything. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rajeev. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dear all, I hope you enjoyed. Dear all, I hope you enjoyed the special guest performance today. It's our pleasure to present to you a young artist, Nivedita Menon. She's all set to show us her best moves, followed by Shivani Menon, who is a passionate dancer and has constantly given her best to the art. Is a true inspiration to many youngsters amongst us. Shivani, the one of the Adai team, is right here.
பூக்கள் பூக்கும் தருணம் மாறுயிரே பார்த்ததாருமில்லை புலரும் காலை பொழுதை முழுவதையும் பிறந்த போவதில்லையே நேற்று வரை நேரம் போகவில்லையே உனதருகே நேரம் போகவில்லை எதுவும் பேசவில்லை இன்றேனோ எதுவும் தோன்றவில்லை இது எதுவோ வார்த்தை தேவையில்லை வாழும் காலம் வரை பார்வை பார்வை மொழி பேசவே நேற்று தேவையில்லை நாளை தேவையில்லை இன்று இந்த நொடி போதுமே வேறென்று விதை என்று வீழ்த்தோம் மழை என்று இதயம் தோட்டம் பூ பூக்குதே வாலின்றி போரின்றி வலிக்கின்ற யுத்தமின்றி இதயத்தைவனுக்குள் என்னை வெல்லுதே இதயம் முழுக இருக்கும் இந்த தயக்கம் எங்கு கொண்டு நிறுத்தும் இதை அறிய எங்கு கிடைக்கும் இலக்கம் அது கிடைத்தால் சொல்ல வேண்டும் எனக்கும் முதலிலே
You like my hair? She thinks, just bought it. I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it. My receipts be looking like phone numbers. If it ain't money, then wrong number. Black card is my business card, the way it be setting the tone for me. I don't need a brag, but I be like, put it in the bag, yeah. When you see the racks, they stacked up like my ass, yeah. Go from the south to the booth, make it all back in one loop. Give me the loot, never mind, I got the juice. Nothing but never we shoot. Look at my neck, look at my neck. Ain't got enough money to pay me respect. Ain't no budget when I'm on the set. If I like it, then that's what I get, yeah. I want it, I got it. 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 You like my hair? She thinks, just bought it. I see it, I like it. I want it, I got it, yeah.
Wow, Shivani, amazing. And Nivedita, such a soul-stirring performance. Dear all, you've been great viewers. This event has become a grand success because of you. Let me thank each one of you for making this day even more colorful. Lastly, we have vote of thanks by our joint treasurer, Mr. Rajeev Nair, followed by the Indian National Anthem of India by Shivani and Madhumita.
Thank you, Bhavana. Dear friends, as we say, all good things must come to an end. Our evening of celebration is also concluding. On this glorious occasion of celebrating 60th Kuwait National Day and 30th Liberation Day, we are also marking the 70th anniversary of Kuwait-India relationship. Before we say goodbye, on behalf of NAFO Kuwait and myself, Rajeev Nair, it gives me immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks for this magnanimous event to all the dignitaries who are present here. I would like to extend our special gratitude for the video message we received on this auspicious occasion from His Excellency Sri Sibi George, Ambassador of India to Kuwait. I would like to thank our chief guest, Mr. Mazen Al Anzari, Director of Asia, Africa, and Australia Media Department and Ministry of Information, for his outright willingness to participate with us on this occasion and honored us with his inspirational thoughts. Mr. Mazen, it is indeed an honor to have you with us here today. I would like to thank Ms. Shuyuk Al-Mullah, Foreign Media Researcher at Asia, Africa, Australia Media, Ministry of Information. Next, words won't be enough to express our admiration for Mr. Mubarak Al Rashed for his beautiful musical rendition. We all have thoroughly enjoyed the mesmerizing voice of his. Next, I would like to thank our gems, our NAFO children, for putting up such an extravaganza, starting with Rohit Nair, Anaga Shaiju, Adwaita Unikrishnan, Kalyani Suman, Bhavna Menon, Nivedita Menon, and Shivani Menon. And thanks to our NAFO kids for their lovely drawings, which showcase their talents, and their parents for their wholehearted support you have given to them. Our NAFO kids did a commendable job within this short time of preparation. I would like to thank our Senior Advisory Board member, Sri Vijay Nair, for his felicitation address, Sri Rajeev Menon for his presidential address, and General Secretary Sri Vijay Kumar Menon for his welcome address. I would also like to thank Sri Anish Nair, NAFO Secretary General, for his interactive session involving the chief guest and other invited guests on the subject bilateral and friendly relation between Kuwait and India. A very big thanks to our Ladies Wing Chief Coordinator Shiba Shaiju and other ladies coordinators for coordinating the cultural program and their wholehearted support to make this occasion a memorable one within this short time. I would like to thank Mrs. Manisha Menon also for the prayer song at the beginning of the program. Next, I would like to thank NAFO's Advisory Board, Office Bearers, Executive Committee, and the General Committee members who has put in the best efforts to make it happen. I can't afford to miss extending our appreciation to Ms. Bhavana Menon, our MC, who took us through the event gracefully, and our most important and the foremost NAFO members who had attended this event with great patience, and we expect that we were able to put up a good show. Though we know there were some little technical glitches, but our families do recognize the team effort and always encourage us to conduct new things. Once again, thanks to one and all present here. Goodbye and good night. Thank you. Over to you, Bhavana.
Thank you, sir. Next, we have the international anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you. Thank you, Shivani. Thank you, Madhumita. Once again, thank you, viewers, for being here for the evening. Kindly enjoy your day.
Thank you.
Thank you all for coming and enjoying this evening. Bye.